Yep. She just bought a pair of rain boots.
Gotcha.
She gets to use them.
No stone fire grill. So I don't. They're not. They're big. No, I don't have little. Okay.
I am the assistant minister, and Reverend Mike gets a break today because I'm speaking for him. And I thank you all for joining me on this wonderful Southern California rainy day. You see how that sounds? Rainy day in Southern California. All right, but it's a good one. So, help me welcome our wonderful. I am. We coordinate some, but we don't coordinate all the time. This is Catherine. She's our facilitator for the day. So let's welcome and thank her. So we start this service with a process in which we kind of relax and share a little love. So give a little love to somebody and say hello and welcome. Hi, babe. How are you doing today? Okay, we'll go this way.
I told Kitty, what a fucking Sunday.
I lost my mic along the way. Now, I don't want to do the same thing. I can't believe it. I know. Got to sing at the time. So, as we dim the lights and bring our consciousness into center. And as Michael would say, just take a deep breath and just know that we all here. So, we have a process called lighting the flames of faith. It's a call to service. Now, we would perform this ceremony to promote the universal consciousness of life, which acknowledges that our people, all sentient beings come from one great universal presence, which we call spirit. Fundamental to this truth is the unified nature of all religious thought and experience, which we honor here today. And as Kitty lights the first candle, it is for the Tao, honoring the universal path of harmony and equilibrium, the natural way. We light the second candle for the shamanic tradition, honoring the beliefs and practice of all indigenous people, the way of primal spirituality. We light the third candle for Hinduism, honoring the path of knowledge, action, and devotion. We light the fourth candle for Judaism, honoring the ethical path of living by sacred law. We light the fifth candle for all forms of Buddhism, honoring the Four Noble Truths and the path of compassion. We light the sixth candle for all forms of Christianity, honoring the Christ consciousness as the path of love. We light the seventh candle for all forms of Islam, honoring the path of submission to the will of God as the highest calling. We light the eighth candle for the universalistic religion of Baha'i, honoring the path of unity and peace. We light the ninth candle for all forms of New Thought, honoring the metaphysical path of mental healing through the practice of universal spiritual principles. We light the 10th candle for those who are as yet unaware of spirit in their lives and for the space we hold for them here at the center. And as Kitty lights the healing candle, please put silently into the light the names of anyone you wish to have experienced the healing flame of God's eternal love.
In this moment, in this place, I remember who I am, letting fear and worry fall away from me. I open my eyes and I see there is only love. There is only love. Love that heals, love that sets us free. There is only love.
Please close your eyes for a moment and just experience this love. Just experience this beauty. In the beauty and the wonder of this perfect moment, I choose to align myself with the one presence, one power, one source, and one creative intelligence I call God. It fills each and every part of my being, and I am at the center of it. As I speak my word for everyone present, I embrace this day with an open heart and a beginner's mind. Right here and now, I incorporate Spirit's joy, peace, beauty, and wholeness into my consciousness. I let go of any ideas of incompleteness, lack, or limitation, and just allow Spirit's goodness and love to flow through me easily. I know that this service is filled with so much love because love is all there is. I know that I receive exactly what I need as I am here by divine appointment. I am inspired by the words spoken, by the wonderful music, by the faces and hearts in this room. With deep and intense gratitude, I accept and embrace my good right now. I release my word into the perfection of divine mind, knowing that it is already done. And together we affirm this by saying, and so it is. Good morning, everyone. I promise Nancy and I did not plan these outfits. I just had to say that. Anyway, I want to start my talk this morning by telling you a story that I saw on Facebook. Is there something I need to do with this mic? Thank you. Okay. Anyway, I saw this story on Facebook a few weeks ago. A young couple moves into a neighborhood. The first morning in their new house, they're eating breakfast, and the young woman sees her neighbors outside hanging up the wash. She says to her husband, "That laundry's not very clean. Perhaps she needs better laundry soap, but she surely doesn't know how to wash." Her husband just looks on, remaining silent. Every time in the next few weeks that her neighbor hangs her wash to dry, the young woman makes the same comments. A month later, she's surprised to see a nice, clean wash on the line. And so she says to her husband, "Look, she's finally learned how to wash correctly. I wonder who taught her this." The husband replies, "Honey, I got up early this morning and cleaned our windows." And so it is with life. What we see when we are watching others depends on the clarity of the window through which we look. So how can we clean our windows, so to speak, so that we live with more and more clarity, improving our lives and our relationships? Well, according to Cortland Dahl in his book, Entrance to the Great Perfection, one tool that can clear up our perception is meditation. He believes that one purpose of meditation is to destroy impure perception, which is everything we see, perceive, and label at any moment. It is not that there's something wrong out there, and that's why everything is impure. Instead, it is because at that moment, whenever we perceive something, it is always filtered through our emotions, our desire, our love, our jealousy, our pride, our ignorance, and our aggression. For example, when we look at a person, we may see him through the filter of our passion and will therefore see him as very desirable. We may look at another person through the lens of aggression, which will cause us to see that person as annoying, unattractive, or undesirable. When perceiving others through our own insecurity, we make judgments, we compare, and we end up trying to defend or boost our pride, which all stems from ignorance. All of the different perceptions that we have arise from our very own minds and are coming through these emotions. When we destroy our impure perception, we see through a lens of clarity and become more and more in touch with being whole and feeling at one with everything and everyone. In other words, we remember the truth that we are all one. In the book, Wherever You Go, There You Are, John Kabat-Zinn talks about how the practice of meditation helps us to stay in touch with our wholeness and to come to terms with things as they are. Through meditation, we develop a deepening of understanding and compassion, a lessening of anguish and despair. If we become a center of love and kindness in that moment of meditation, then perhaps in a small but certainly significant way, the world now has a nucleus of love and kindness that it lacked the moment before. Gandhi said that we should be the change we wish to see in the world. I believe that as I continue to meditate daily, I change in a positive way. I clean up my window and I begin to see more clearly with love and compassion. That not only benefits me, but it benefits all those around me. A daily practice of meditation is my challenge and encouragement to us all as we continue on this path of love, harmony, peace, and awakening to our magnificence. Namaste.
And Jerry just bought this beautiful Taylor acoustic guitar. Absolutely beautiful.
I don't know how to play it yet, but it looks good.
All right, don't be nervous. Okay. You ready? Ready? You need to pick that one.
I got one.
1, 2, 1. Oh, this is a nice Irish tune. So later, like second chorus, you guys can clap into the clap one.
Give Reverend Mike.
1,
Yeah.
2, 1, 2, 3, 4.
I've been trying to explain how it's all gonna go. I don't take my life for granted. I've been waking up tight day after day. Hope is taking its time to go my way. But I don't take my life for granted. I'm gonna hold on tight to what I've been handed. I'll try not to complain about the things I've lost. 'Cause when you have something great, that just means there's a greater loss. So when you look at yourself, tell me, who do you see? Is it the person you've been or the person that you're gonna be? Don't take your life for granted. Don't take your life for granted. Why don't you hold on tight to what you've been handed? Oh, 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 take your life for granted. Don't take your life for granted. Don't take your life for granted. Why don't you hold on tight to what you've been handed? You just don't know how long you will have it.
Thank you so much. What a beautiful song, you guys. Okay. Okay, after. Okay. Can we all please stand? And we are going to speak our declaration. I was going to say Declaration of Independence, Declaration of Principles. Okay. We believe in one universal spirit manifesting through all, natural and incarnated in us. We believe the universal spirit is personal to and reveals itself through everyone who recognizes its presence. We believe our faith operates upon a law of mind, which automatically manifests in our experience according to that faith. We believe in the unity of all life and the immortality of the individual soul forever expanding. We believe in the eternal goodness, the eternal loving kindness, and the givingness of life to all. Please remain standing for our song.
Well, I got up this morning singing, God is so good. Well, I got up this morning singing, God is so good. Well, I got up this morning singing, God is so good. My God is so good to me. Yeah. Feeling good down in my soul, God is so good. Feeling good down in my soul, God is so good. Feeling good down in my soul, God is so good. My God is so good to me. Yeah. Well, I got up this morning singing, God is so good. Well, I got up this morning singing, God is so good. Well, I got up this morning singing, God is so good. My God is so good to me. Yeah. I'm feeling good down in my soul, God is so good. Feeling good down in my soul, God is so good. I'm feeling good down in my soul, God is so good. My God is so good to me. Oh, my God is so, my God is so, my God is so good to me.
Wow, that was great, you guys. Now, with such pleasure, I would like to turn the mic over to our wonderful assistant minister, Ms. Nancy Woods.
Thank you, Miss Kitty. If you think our clothes are coordinated, wait till you hear this talk. I heard Jerry's song, then I said, wait a minute. Now that's 3/4 of the talk, so what do I have left to say? So, well, I guess that's a demonstration of me keep saying that Spirit coordinates everything. Oh, it does. It coordinates all of it. So thank you. So today I want to talk about how to use the science of mind. In these 4 weeks that we do in January, we kind of review what the basic philosophy of this teaching is. So Reverend Mike has been talking this last 3 weeks about what we are in this philosophy. You know, that we believe that there is just one power, one spirit, one presence in this universe, and it is the only thing that is in existence, and everything is a result of it. And no matter what you call it, how many names, and he gave a whole bunch of names, including the what was it? Seattle Seahawks. He named God a little bit of everything that there is in existence. And because we realize that there are many names, according to where you come from, what you believe in, that there are different names for that divine presence that we are identifying ourselves with, that brought everything into existence. It doesn't matter what you call it, it's the same thing, it brought us into existence. So as we start with that idea that there is but one power in this universe, one mind, one consciousness, and we all are a result of that. So we start with that idea. And then we step into another idea that this one substance and this one divine expression of life is the basis of all things, including us. It is, how you say this? It's only natural that we understand that we are the creation in expression. So you realize how powerful that is. We are what God put here. We are, and we made out of what it's made out of because it's the only thing that's in existence. So we must be what it is. So that's the other truth. And then we realize that it works through a law of creation where it's constantly creating and bringing. And it brings newness moment by moment. And that's the significance. We have a tendency to think that something comes from somewhere that's already in existence, recognizing that the infinite intelligence doesn't do that. It's bringing itself in expression in everything, totally in its moment. And what it does is constantly create life in different ways, in different forms. It is bringing life into expression. It's manifesting. And the form that we are experiencing as the body, this is a living example of it. But this is just part of it. We got a consciousness. We have a mind. That's a living example of its presence. Because we, too, use this power to bring our life into expression. And see, this is the cornerstone of this philosophy, because from this idea that the infinite intelligence creates by bringing newness into expression, and that's what is being experienced, the same concept comes into play when we think about our own consciousness, that our life and what we are experiencing out here is a result of the consciousness that is within us. It is. So we constantly are saying to people, there's a power in this universe and you can use it. We're using it. We are using it. There's a power in this universe and you can use it. We are using it. Everything we do is a result of us invoking this power. But we're moving into a different way of knowing this, a different way of seeing this. We can use it to express life in say, consciously. In other words, I'm bringing life into expression according to my understanding, my beliefs, and all this stuff. And so it just happens. And my belief came from that person, that life, that television show, and the amount of commercials I watched for the last week. So all these things influence how my life is coming forth. So what we are saying is, if we take charge of this consciousness that we are experiencing, we can decide how our life comes into expression. And this is what this philosophy is about. Instead of having a life that is in the result of just what your mama told you, your daddy told you, the teacher told you, the universe, all these different people out here have fed into you, we want one that is coming totally from within this truth of who and what we are. So this is what we are moving into, understanding and gaining the awareness that I can create life anew according to the thoughts that I think, according to the beliefs that I choose to embrace. I can bring a life in a different way. I don't have to have that life that is a result of the society consciousness and the way things have always been. I can bring a life that is of love, harmony, peace, and joy. I can bring a life that can bring me the kind of experience in which I feel that I am seeing and clearly seeing the truth about the other person. Because see, if I can see that you are an expression of God, then I can experience you as an expression of God. So that's the power that's in us. That's the ability of what we have within each one of us. So this is the philosophy. This is the thinking. So what we are doing with this philosophy is, and I'm really proud of Holmes because he reached and got philosophy all over the world, consciousness from different religions. he reached and got consciousness from science and different philosophical, from the Socrates and all. He reached and got all these people. And he pulled together a philosophical thinking where he found there was a string of truth that ran through every one of those. And so he put this together and said, let's live by the truth that comes out of all of them. Because what we found is that there was a truth in them. And this is what we are living by. And this is what we are, I should say, this is what we're endeavoring to live by. Because it is a process of growth and understanding that we have come into this philosophical thinking. Because it works through us as the law of creation. And we are creating in the sense of, so when I say that there's a law of creation, I want it to be understood that I am talking about that law does the creating. I have the idea. I have the heart's desire. I have that I'm seeking to express. I have the focus. And through that focus, the law of creation brings it into expression. It is always waiting for us to clear our mind, the clarity of our mind, so it can bring it through us. So it is always creating through us, as us, and for us. It is ours to use. So as we continue to see that this power is available and that we can consciously use it, we are always expressing in such a way that we bring things into expression according to our heart's desire. We can make a decision how we are going to use the power. It is the component of thought that we are given access to this. So this is why this thing of thought is important. We got to understand thought. Now, that's just, but see, you know what I realized when I was reading this, you know, you keep reading this stuff and you find two more things that you didn't see the last time. So this is one of those things that I found some things that I hadn't seen the last time. So what I realize is that thought is how we bring this in. And thoughts is the result of our belief system. I mean, we got to realize this, that we got some stuff chucked in here. We got some stuff chucked in here because we have allowed so many people to put belief systems in us. We believe a lot of things. And according to our judgments, our evaluation of things out here, we got stuff that was stuffed in by some people that, and when I mentioned the commercials, how many of y'all find yourself just singing those commercial songs and you didn't even mean something you never used, but it's stuck, it's in there. And you probably, when you go down that out the store, that's the one you're going to pick up. See, that's what we do. We have, but you know what? That's not just the only thing. But when we listen to what did Mary Martha call it? Constant negative news, CNN. We let that stuff. We let that stuff get stuffed in there. So it's feeding us a lot of things. We constantly got all this stuff going in. And so what do you think is going to come out? We were making this. We're making it this way because of what we have allowed to go in. So what we are talking about today in this philosophy is that we're trying to figure out how we can create a life that's a little different by watching what we put in there. Okay. Now that's a good way for me to come up on this little thought. Because life is harmonious, joyful. Now, I'm going to read you something from Holmes that really scored with me, brought a new understanding. When we are dealing with real life, with thoughts, impulses, emotions, etc., we are dealing with causation, with original cause, with a capital C. And we should be more careful how we deal with such powers and forces. In dealing with this subtle power of mind and spirit, we are dealing with a fluent force. It is forever taking form and forever deserting form from which it takes. Do you hear what he said? When we have thoughts, impulse, and emotions, do you realize how many times you have been angry and you created something from it? Do you realize each time you judge and evaluate somebody that you created something from it? Do you realize that those impulses, those emotions, and things, they're all part of this problem? You know, I really did not understand that he had written this. I mean, I've heard that from other people, but I didn't realize that Holmes wrote that with thoughts, impulses, and emotions, etc., we create. All this stuff is in us. These are very powerful. Your emotions are powerful. Your thoughts are powerful. We have the ability to bring things into expression. Thus, a practitioner of this science should not be confused over any form, but should know that any form which is not of original harmony is subject to change. The original spirit is harmonious. It is beauty. It is truth. And everything that goes with this ultimate reality. The universe does not divide against itself. So we have a lot of things out here that we can bring into order if you start thinking about what doesn't meet this standard, does it? We have a whole lot in our life that we can bring under this realm of being harmonious. So when we think about it from that place, I wanted to share this. I got time. I shared this little story about myself. I've been in this foster a little while, so when I first started this stuff, I found it and I said, ooh, look at these principles. These are some good things. I'm going to learn all of this, and I'm going to change things. I figured, okay, if you put all this together, we should be able to change the world. So that was my idea. So I took the classes, I read book after book, I studied, I did workshop after workshop. I was trying my best. I was going to master these principles, and I just kept doing them. And so, it did work sometimes, and I learned I could do treatment, and it worked. I learned I could do affirmation and shift a little bit, and I learned that I could make things a little bit different. But the thing about it is, it seemed like every time I fixed something, I had something else to fix. And I kept fixing, and something else came up for me to fix. And I realized something ain't right here. Something that's not going to, how can you fix everything? So it really got kind of confusing in my life because I realized that I was on a never-ending journey, an impossible type journey. But then I add the other part. I began to meditate. Told you, Kitty. I began to meditate. And that brought a whole new picture in the realm. Because what I learned from the meditation was that the power, the ability to shift life came from in here. Whoa. I realized how much power. I am in the image of the divine. I have the power to shift all my experiences. And if I start from within here, then I don't have to tell them to get down off the table. I don't have to tell them I don't like your washing. I don't have to tell them you got to keep loving things. I don't have to do that. Do you see? I learned that word to change needs to come within here. So in that process of learning to change women within, in that process, I began to understand and know that where all of it was taking place was that inner journey. Yeah, and she's right. Meditation is awesome. Yeah, if you aren't doing it, do it. So, as Holmes says on page 57 of The Science of Mind, the truth is instantaneous in its demonstration. Taken only such time in its unfoldment, it is inherent in the law of logic and sequential evolution. And this invisible law of unfoldment we must come to trust. And although we do not see the way, we must believe the way is. And it is always operative. We must trust the invisible, for it is the sole cause of that which is visible. That is the significant. Things which are seen were not made of things which do appear. That comes from the Bible, actually, Hebrews 11:3. So the one who wishes scientifically to work out their problem must daily take time to meditate, to mentally treat the condition, no matter what the apparent contradiction that may appear. They are working in the law, and the law will find the outlet through them. So do you see? This is using it. The components of treatment, affirmation, and meditation, they kind of go together. And we have to get it all. We have the ability to shift life, but the life we shift is ours. And as ours shift, our world will begin to shift. And it's equal to everybody. There is nobody that it isn't available to. So, as we say this today, as we recognize that we are the power and the presence, that these tools are very effective, and that we can use them. We have the gift of choice given by this law. Let's learn to use it. We want to change the tendency of our thinking. We want the tendency of our behavior. We want the tendency the way we are going. And we can do it by going within. And we are powerful individuals learning to use it in a way is what we are here for, what we are sharing company for, what we're sharing ideals for. So as the musicians come back up, I want to say, and as Kitty invited you to jump into that meditation bit, yeah, I agree with her. All of the tools are very effective. And you may call it prayer in one place and you may call it treatment in another. But we all know that the positive affirmation of life is the words and the ways that which we want to express and share with each other. But most of all, let's get in touch with the ultimate power of the universe through ourselves. Take a look within.
Yes. I invite you to just close your eyes and let this soak in from within. You are so beautiful. To me, you are so beautiful. To me, can't you see? You're everything I've hoped for. You're everything I need. You are so beautiful to me. Such joy and happiness. You bring such joy and happiness. You bring dream, a guiding light to shine in my life. You're every gift to me. You are so beautiful to me. Namaste.
Try not to cry. Okay. And now we have announcements. Whew. Okay, so today, you guys, we have the Discovery class. Going on here. And childcare is provided, by the way, so if you have that issue, don't even worry about it. Just bring your children and they'll be fine. On Thursday, February 4th at 7 o'clock, Science of Mind Class 103, Building a Healing Consciousness, will begin. Mike McMorrow, our wonderful director, and Mary Milbrand will be facilitating that class. Nancy Woods will also fill in from time to time. Okay. And then on February 7th, which is Sunday at 12:45, social media tips for success workshop by our own Jen Beaver. So I'm looking forward to that since I'm not techie savvy. Friday, February 12th at 6 o'clock, we have a Valentine vegetarian Italian meatball workshop. I mean, we do it all here, right? And this is facilitated by the most amazing, beautiful Erica Francis, who is the wife of our music director, Ken Francis. So February 12th at 6. Save the date, March 20th, after our services, we have an annual general membership meeting and potluck. And we will be discussing church business and electing new people to our board of trustees. So don't miss that. And then special event, February 12th through 15th, we have the Humpbell Whale Conference in Maui. I don't see them here. Or they leave Tuesday. If anybody wants at the last minute to get in on this, talk to Beverly or Rick Sperling. Humpback Whale Conference in Maui. Okay, it doesn't get much better. Okay, and that is it. Have a great rest of the day.
I am so blessed. I am so blessed. I am so grateful for all that I have. I am so blessed. I am so blessed. I am so grateful. I am so blessed. I am so blessed. I am so blessed. I am so grateful for all that I have. I am so blessed. I am so blessed. I am so grateful. I am so blessed. I am so blessed, so blessed, so blessed, so grateful for all that I have. I am so blessed, I am so blessed, I am so grateful, I am so blessed.
And we do truly feel blessed. We are blessed with the gifts in this basket, knowing that these blessings multiplied abundantly. We're grateful for not only the blessings for this church, for all our community, but we radiate these blessings back to all our surrounding, for our community of Granada Hills, for our city of Los Angeles, for our country, for our world, for the universe. As we recognize that the blessings of life ripple out into the universe, we express it because it's this consciousness of gratitude that invites the more of the universe to come forth into expression. So it is a consciousness of gratitude, a consciousness of acceptance that we do this together as we say, and so it is. Thank you. Kathy and Al, just thank them for being a privilege. And thank you all for allowing me to share my ideas. And I think it's, huh? Oh, I forgot. The microphone.
In the rain.
It's the rain. It's the rain is washing it away.
Bless you.
Are they coming? Kitty, you want to get them? We like to invite the children to come in and say hello. Oh, Kitty, microphone. Can you get that? Alyssa? Who is our spokesman? Yeah. Rosa. Tell them what we did today, Rosa. Thank you.
We played a game today with chopsticks, and we read about kindness, and we finished the surprise.
Thank you.
So today in the bag, can I hear myself?
It's on.
Okay. We read the book in the bag, and we love each people and we love each others, and I feel so connected by other friends and family.
Thank you. Thank you. So, Kitty, you want to come up and do the closing treatment? And welcome all the practitioners to surround this room in love as we do our closing. And thank you, children. Thank you.
So let us just, for a moment, close our eyes and soak up this amazing atmosphere, feeling of love and connection. And I know that as we leave this beautiful space today and go out into our week, we do so with such love. We do so with such groundedness in this philosophy and in this truth. We just release this week any negativity, any thoughts of doubt, any thoughts of fear, and we remember how powerful our thoughts are. We remember how powerful meditation is. We remember that we are expressions of the One. We take that with us and we share it with all we meet just by being who we are. And so with such love and such gratitude for this amazing service, for our Reverend Nancy, for Jerry and Ken and amazing music, for all of us here, I just am so grateful. And I release my word into that law of perfection, knowing that all is well and all is as it should be. And together we affirm this by saying, and so it is. Please stand for the peace song.
Nice job, Jim. Very nice.
Let there be peace on earth, and let it begin with me. Let there be peace on earth, a peace that was meant to be. With God as our power, united all are we. Let us walk with each other in perfect harmony. Let peace begin with me, let this be the moment now. With every step I take, let this be my joyous vow. To take each moment and live each moment in peace eternally. Let there be peace on earth, and let it begin with me.